Good afternoon. Welcome to OptionsTender. It's Friday. Happy Friday, everybody. May 15th, 2026. So we're just going to take a quick view from the top down here on the weekly down to the 65. Check out some of these indicators. Having somewhat of a weak day today. Do I think the market topped here on Friday? Not really. We could have an indecision candle here. I do think it's a situation where we could have a tweezer top coming up here next week as well. So yes, I'm looking for a top here, but there's some things, some individual names, Tesla, the Magnificent 7 ETF. We have NVIDIA next week. We have Google that is in a 1-2 setup, bullish setup. Some of these things say that we're going just a little bit higher, so not pushing any shorts right now. As a matter of fact, we're hedging. Again, with Tesla, I added on contracts today, and TQQQ just a few minutes ago, actually, because we're at support. So, yeah, we have some things. If the bears want to take over, there's still some work to do, and I'm going to show you that on the 65 where we are right now. Okay, so with the breadth here, we're looking at we had some complacency yesterday. Now the put to call ratios have lifted a bit. We still have some volume in the bullish on the advancing stocks in NYSE, so things are holding up well, even though the S&P is a little bit weak here today. And underneath the hood, when we're talking, the full picture of things, yes, the S&P is still weak. All right, HYG is down today, and that diverged from the market early on. So seeing some follow through there. All right, so we're doing this intraday about 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to get this video intraday, consider becoming a YouTube supporter. That gets you the intraday videos in the Discord. You can pop in there and join us. And if you want additional videos for the trade setups and a little bit more learning and in depth, then consider the $10 package. It's not really much to ask for compared to a lot of these traders and analysts out here. And that one, I think, is completely worth it. You can do it through YouTube or Patreon, but Patreon, you can do the $90 for a full year. That'll save you about 30% there. So, all right, let's jump into it, you guys. I know interest rates. I didn't even look at this today. Let's look at this real quick. All right, so interest rates are popping up here. Here's my guess, though. This is just a guess. We could break out. All right, yeah. Stagflation, breakout, rates going extremely high. That could be, but what I'm going to look out for, a reversal here off of this downtrend, and over time, actually a breakdown of interest rates. Okay, that's what I'm going to look for. Obviously, price has to tell us what's going to happen, but I'm looking for this to finally break down after being in this range here. Now, you do have an inverse head and shoulder. Yes, this can go higher. I get it. That's stagflation, but a garden varietal recession, to me, the 10-year rate will end lower, a lot lower. Okay, so let's keep an eye on that throughout the days. I didn't plan on looking at any of these, but the dollar, I think that's going much, much higher. We had the 1-2 setup that we talked about probably a month or two ago, and that, right here, this 1 week, 2 week, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, we talked about this coming down to this 1-2 bullish setup, and this could be a left shoulder head, right shoulder as well, or maybe a double bottom, and we'll look for the breakout in the dollar coming up soon. That's not going to be good for the market overall. All right, so back to SPX, and then we'll look at the VIX as well. So we could have left this right here. That's what we were looking at yesterday. I'm just playing around with this trend line. And if you did, you're seeing the rejection off of it. And what I imagine next week to happen is to get another push through here, not much higher. That I'm not saying that we're getting bullish here and we're going to go much higher. and look for a rejection off of this as well. And you can call that a tweezer top if you spike through a little bit higher and move back under. Okay. So again, that's just a projection. We'll see if we go a little bit higher. If we reject right off this point, great. That, leave it at that. So let's go to, so that's how our candle's ending here. Certainly if we end like this, all over social media and everything, we'll have a reversal coming up next week. That's what people will talk about, but it's not usually that easy. Let's go to some of these indicators. Here's your 8 EMA. We can do this on the weekly as well. Might as well, since we have the time here. So your 8 EMA is still pushing up here. We're well away from it. Can we get a pullback first? Yeah, but again, on the 65, I'll show you what I'm talking about. And if that changes, I'll be able to show you in further videos. But we have the 8 EMA, the momentum's up. The 20 moving average, that's curling up here as well. That's going to be a very important area if and when we get a pullback here. And I know that in the future, we'll be talking about a 1-2 setup, but we're not there yet. So we'll talk about that in the future. That will be the bullish setup. We'll just go through this one. RSI, we're starting to get a crossover on the slow stochastic. We had that bullish cross on the MACD. We have divergence right here from peak to peak. So we don't have any confirmation of anything bearish at this point. We will get it first on the slow stochastic. We're not there yet. And we're just about, just a tad bit higher, and we'll be overbought on the RSI. Okay. So again, now we do have a wedge that's kind of forming here. If we do get a bullish scenario where we do pull back in the future, this is probably weeks to months away, and we go higher from that point, maybe we start setting up some 5-wave last move or so, you should see divergence in the near term. We don't have that, and we're not overbought yet. We're really, really close, and I think we'll get that by at least mid next week. Okay, let's go to the daily. And here's our momentum at 8 daily EMA. We're pushing off of that today. So that's in confluence with the channel that I'll show you later. And again, this I think will push a little bit higher. No reason to get alarmed right here. You have time. Even if this was the top, we have time to look for lower highs in a change of structure here. We don't have that yet. We haven't even broken a low. So there's your 20, trend still up, momentum's up. All right, so we were in a overbought situation. We're pulling back a little bit, and this will give us the opportunity, if the market does reach a new high here temporarily, this will give us the opportunity for a divergence, all right, in the near term. So I'll leave this as a placeholder. We burned through this one, that peak there. We made a new high, all right, so we're pulling off a little bit. If we make a new high, we'll have a reference of a divergence right there. Same thing here. We have the divergences, and we're just now looking for a sell signal, but this is kind of stuck up here at this point. So nothing to really show yet. We're looking for a crossover on the histogram. I doubt we'll get divergence here. Maybe we do. We'll look for it coming up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I do these videos often when something changes. So make sure you hit that notification bell, all that good stuff that YouTubers do. So McClellan oscillator, seriously, this is not good. We're extremely oversold already. The market's just weak underneath the hood. We're just weak. Very weak. All right. Now, some of you might argue, okay, well, now we have a lot of potential to go higher. Sure. I guess that could be a scenario. It's got to prove it, though. This looks ready to snap at any time. I do think we'll bounce out of this area, but I think this downtrend will continue. And once this bounces, and we get a rejection, maybe a little bit higher, then we'll look for a crash type action here, very similar to what we showed in yesterday's video from the tariff tantrum. Price just, the weakness in the market just got hammered into the bear territory, and you get this little bounce there. I think it was right here. Get this little bounce here, and then boom. So even this was choppy and held up for some time. I know it's going down, and then after the B wave, then the crash type of action happened. We could see something very similar to that, but I think it's going to be an impulse wave. Okay, Bollinger Band. Yes, we had the sell off that sell signal. Negative divergence with this indicator. I have the 5 on this RSI. That's what I use on my everyday indicators. And we were overbought and we sold off. Money flow, that's only for the SPY. DMARC, we have that. Again, we talked about yesterday, maybe we'd get a 13.9. So we're still heading up there. Again, you have to move 4 bars before, you have to close 4 bars before, and that negates the setup. But we're at 13, we're at a 7. If we continue to go higher, maybe we get Monday is the 8, Tuesday is the 9. Maybe we get turnaround Tuesday or so, but we should have a 9 count there, and market still can go a little bit higher, even in a 9 count. Doesn't have to be perfect, but then we should get our reversal after that. All right, so the setup is still happening here for the DMARC, the Elliott oscillator. Okay, so this is what I was talking about again yesterday. We're starting to close a little bit lower, so we'll be looking for a wave 3 into a wave 5 as the market maybe gets up to this new point here, and we can see a little divergence there. Okay, in the VIX. So the VIX had that cycle low area. We did have a nice low right here. It's a higher low, and we got a push, but we're rejecting. We're still squeezing in between the 200 and the 8, and then the 20 simple moving average in the middle. So kind of a neutral spot there. It's holding up well, which clearly we're at the, not clearly, but we're at a market top, in my opinion. And so this is holding up really well because, traders are hedging. All right. Sorry, I had to look at my son text me. So we have the daily cycle low here. We have nothing else to really look for until later on. We'll come back to the another low in the beginning of June. We'll talk about that later on. We're not there yet. So I guess what I would expect is pretty soon here for the rest of the month, we should find a top in the market, and we should get at least a gap close here coming up soon, or a partial, maybe up to 22, 23 during this second half of May, and then we can look for the cycle low for the minor cycle in the beginning of June. We'll have to revisit that. It's too early to kind of comprehend. Right now, we're just bullish in the market overall. Okay, so let's look at how this looks in the 65 and where we left off yesterday. Okay, so the really the one main thing that we're just looking at here for now, pull this down a bit, is this channel. All right, and that's exactly what we're holding on to. All of these 65-minute bars are holding on to the channel. I do suspect that will hold. And if you're an Elliott wave trader, and I talk about this on the channel all the time, this is possibly a 1, 2, and then you have your wave 3 complete here. You could say it like that. And then you have wave 4 and 5. Okay, that could be it. That could be done. I'm looking at this a little bit different, where we have 1, 2, and then wave 3, 4, and 3, 4 here, and then possibly Oh my gosh, I said that wrong. Sorry. 3, 4, and then instead of this being wave 5 and being done, once again, the extension. So now it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we'll get for a completion up there. Can it be complete now? Absolutely. Yes. But just like this one, this is where we had our higher degree wave 3 into 4. And then we had a possible wave 5 that could have been done. It could have completed this. But instead, it extended as a 1, 2. And how do you do that? I do have a video in the tutorials if you want to look at bullish or bearish 1, 2 setups. And so we have our retracement here for wave 1 into wave 2 into that 50% retracement. Well, guess what? We have basically the same thing right now. We're looking at, this isn't by the penny. So we have the wave 1 into wave 2 into the golden pocket and also the channel bottom for a setup. Can this fail? Absolutely. The first sign of it failing would be to break this channel. But for now, it's holding up well. And I looking at some of these other stocks, they should go higher in the meantime and really start to push the market for its last move, in my opinion, coming up here. All right. So we have Fibonacci extensions and all that in the members video. So come join us in there. I appreciate you guys being here. Let's go to end this off with the VIX and kind of maybe we can give a guesstimate of how things should look on the VIX coming up here. So we're starting to build a little bit of a structure here. You can start to see a trend that's holding up on these lows. All right, you have this low here, that low with it. You had a fake break out from there. And in the near term, you can look at this more of as a ascending triangle if you want to. And that would definitely be bullish. So we'll look for this level to be very important. 19, you can see how it's rejected off of that over and over. So that would be a good confirmation, getting over this 19. And then we're making higher highs and higher lows right now. Do we hold 17 or 18-ish right here? Well, that if we hold this, then good chance the market might be topping unless, here's a caveat, unless the VIX creeps up with the market creeping up at the same time. You know that happens at tops a lot. So anyway, this arrow continues to be kind of that path. I know it's not the same. I'm not putting waves in here, but we'll look for this price action. I can move it over now anyway. We'll look for price action to hold possibly this trend. Maybe it closes this gap. We'll see. That gap is closed. And we'll look for a rise in the VIX and then a fall in the overall market eventually. And we might even get a little pullback. So some time ago, I think it was last week, we talked about, hey, once this breaks out, it can pop. But I said the more likely situation is to build structure. It's building this positive structure. It's building a base, right? While the market is trying to find its top. And then eventually you'll see the breakout from this point. Could it go, ape shit after this? Hell yeah. It could just go crazy. And then we finally get a pullback after. That would be sort of like that classic trading pattern that I talk about all the time. So 23 is going to be important. Do we get over it and then come back to it and then head higher? Or do we reverse off of it, come back down, maybe even test the breakout, and then head higher? That's the kind of things we'll look at constantly with these videos. So stick around with me and subscribe. And if you want further information, go check out that membership. It's not much to benefit from. It's not much to ask for to benefit from these. And I'd love to see you in the Discord. Have a wonderful day. Have a wonderful weekend. We'll talk to you sometime this weekend.